Oh, hello everyone. Let's see if I'm live, if you can see me. Alrighty, try it again. There you go. There's something. Not sure if you can see me though. Oh, see if you can hear me. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, awesome. You can see me though. All right, beautiful. How's your week been? It finally feels like spring again. I'm very excited. Not as cold. So if you're here, come and say hi. If you're new to this group, welcome. Lovely to have you here with us. If you see this later on replay, #replay. I'm going live every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Australia Eastern Standard Time. Tag your friend who struggled with lack of confidence, anxiety, fear or self-doubt, and invite them to join this group so they can get this training as well. If you don't know me, I'm Abby Spielman. I'm a trauma therapist who helps female equestrians all across Australia to become confident riders by overcoming fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. Today we have a slightly different session. Today is going to be like a Q&A. I collected some questions that I get asked a lot, and I think a lot of you will resonate with. So if after this session you think about any other questions, please send it over via private message or comment below and I'll do my best to answer that. But first, I'd like to start with Emma. She's been riding for years, mainly dressage, taking countless lessons, and even invested in clinics with top trainers. On paper, she's doing everything right. But she told me the other day, Abby, I feel like I should be better by now. I'm still scared every time I canter. My stomach knots, my legs shake, and I keep thinking, what's wrong with me? So here's the thing, riding lessons teach you skills. How to use your aids, how to balance, how to communicate with your horse. But fear doesn't live in your riding skill. Fear lives in your nervous system. And your nervous system doesn't care how many lessons you've had. It cares whether you feel safe at this exact moment. So if you've had past falls or even close calls, or even moments where you felt out of control, your body remembers. It's like a protective alarm system that says, we've been there before, I'm not taking any chances. So this is biology, not weakness. And when your body senses a threat, real or perceived, it flips into fight, flight, or freeze. And your heart races, your muscles tense, your breathing gets shallow. It's your survival wiring kicking in. So, but the tricky part is that your body can't always tell the difference between a real danger and a situation that reminds it of past danger. So even when you're in a perfectly safe lesson, your nervous system can still light up like an alarm. So let's move on to the next question. It says, I've tried pushing through, but it never works. Why is that? Well, a lot of riders think the answer is to just push through. But this is a mistake I often see because forcing yourself through fear without addressing what's happening in your nervous system can actually make it worse. Pushing through often reinforces the fear. It tells your nervous system, we're in danger, but we have to do it anyway, which can deepen the anxiety over time. And what is worse is that your body learns to associate riding with stress, and that association gets stronger over time. So what works instead is teaching your body that it's safe in small, manageable steps. So your brain and your body starts to believe it, not just hope for it. And I'd like to encourage you to approach your fear in a different way. Instead of asking, why am I still scared? Try asking, what does my body need to feel safe right now? This shifts the conversation from shame to curiosity, from frustration to compassion. Let's go to the next question. What should I be doing now to shift this fear? So begin by noticing and normalizing your body's signals instead of fighting them. For example, if your heart races when you get on, just pause and breathe. Try to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, then hold it for 4, then exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. This will help you bring your vagus nerve online, which will help your body snap out of that fight or flight mode and find relaxation. And maybe soften your shoulders or give your body a moment to find a sense of safety before asking it to move forward. You see, over time, these small moments of regulation build trust within yourself and with your horse. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Why do I feel so anxious when I ride even if nothing bad is happening? And I can relate personally to this question because it's exactly what happened to me. Because your nervous system doesn't need something bad to be happening in the moment to trigger fear. It works on patterns, not just the present reality. So if your body has learned through past experiences like falls or close calls or even repeated pressure that riding can be unsafe, it can stay in heightened alert state, even when everything around you is calm. Think of it like your body having a smoke alarm that's extra sensitive. It can go off just from a burnt toast, not just from a real fire. So your job isn't to rip out the alarm, right? It's to gently retrain it so it only goes off when there's actual danger. That's what nervous system regulation does. It teaches your body the difference between a real threat and a remembered one. Let's move on to the next question, which is there something wrong with me if I can't just get over it? And the answer is absolutely not. Struggling to just get over fear isn't a sign of weakness or flaw. It's a sign your nervous system is doing exactly what it was designed to do, which is protect you. When we've had a fall, maybe a scary moment, or even years of subtle pressure and stress around riding, our body stores that memory as a potential threat. So just getting over it isn't realistic because it's not about logic, it's about biology. You can tell yourself I'm safe, but your body might still be bracing for danger. That's why healing isn't about forcing yourself to push through. It's about working with your body to feel safe again. And once your nervous system trusts that you really are okay, your confidence can return naturally and stay there. And by the way, I made a video about can you think your way out of fear that explain more about fear and logic. Comment the word video if you would like the recording. Okay, next, how do I stop my heart from racing and my body from tensing up? Right, another one that I personally experienced. The first step is to not fight it. Because the more we try to make it stop, the more our body feels like there's danger. Instead, think of it as helping your nervous system shift gears. So when your heart races and your muscles tighten, it's your body moving into a fight or flight state. So to interrupt that, you need to send it signals of safety. And one simple way is to slow down your breathing. Maybe the exercise I've talked before with the 4 seconds, or you can try to make the exhale slightly longer than your inhales. You can also release tension by moving, like rolling your shoulders or wiggling your fingers or even humming softly. So this small physical action tell your body, we are safe right now. And over time, practicing them regularly, even off the horse, can train your system to stay calmer when you ride. And also, I've created a pre-ride checklist that will help you feel calm and safe in your body before you ride without any pressure. And you can download it completely free. And I'm happy to leave the link in the comments below. Let's move on. The next one. What can I do in the moment to calm down so I can actually ride well? So think of this as creating a reset button for your body. When you're in the saddle and anxiety spikes, your brain is already a few steps ahead, imagining the worst case scenario, right? So the goal is to bring it back to yourself, to the right now, to the present moment. And one way to do it is to ground through your senses. So let's start with the eyesight. Let's have a look. I want you to find 3 things in your environment and really notice the details, the shapes, the color, the texture, and say it out loud what you can see. So for example, I see a white fence, a black bucket, or a tall tree. And then I want you to listen. Tune into the quiet sounds around you. Maybe your horse is breathing, the birds, maybe there's wind. Focus on listening to the soft sounds. And the next one, I'd like you to feel, notice the movement of your horse, maybe next to you or under you. Feel the reins or the rope in your hands. Feel your feet in the stirrups or in your boots, or wiggle your toes or touch the saddle. All of this shifts your focus from the what if to what is, which is in the present moment. And that allows you to stay calm. It's not about ignoring fear, it's about giving your body enough safety cues so you can ride from a place of presence, not panic. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How can I rebuild my confidence after a fall or bad experience? So rebuilding confidence after a fall or frightening moment isn't about just getting back on. That's often where riders get stuck because their nervous system remembers the event as a threat, even if logically you know you are safe right now. So the first step is to retrain your body's safety signals. And that means gently reintroducing situation that feels safe and manageable, allowing your nervous system to reset and trust the process again. And if you pair it with mindset work or understanding what your fear is trying to tell you and building small repeatable wins, your confidence grows in a way that actually sticks. And this is exactly what I help female equestrian with in my trauma-informed confidence coaching. We combine nervous system education, somatic techniques, and practical riding strategies to help you feel safe in the saddle again, without forcing yourself or skipping over what your body needs. Let's move on to the last question of today. Is there a way to stop the fear from coming back? Well, fear isn't something we can completely erase. It's part of being human. And it's actually designed to keep us safe. The problem is when your nervous system starts overreacting to situations that aren't truly dangerous, or even when the fear stays with you throughout the day. By the way, did you know that back in the days, and I'm talking the early days of humans, the fear or stress lasted about 20 minutes. After that, we were able to go back to feeling relaxed. These days, we carry it with us all through the day. We don't know how to go back to feeling calm. So the way to manage fear from taking over is to train your nervous system to recover quickly. That means you might still feel a little anxious from time to time, but you'll know exactly how to regulate your body, shift your mindset, and come back to a calm, grounded state before the fear spirals. This is why nervous system education and somatic work are so powerful, because we're not just managing fear, we're retraining your body entire safety response. So when we work together, I help you to create personalized set of tools so that even if fear pops up again, it doesn't control your ride or your confidence. You have access to different strategies and tools to help you through it. If you'd like to have those tools in your pocket and learn how to reset your nervous system to feel safe again, so you can go back and enjoy your riding. Comment the word strategy to book a free 30-minute strategy call with me. We'll map out your next step towards feeling like yourself again in the saddle. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you next Thursday.